how did you decide to want to teach calisthenics then?
Great question, and I know this isn't a super long podcast, so I'll try to summarize it.
Okay.
No, because I mean I can be long-winded sometimes, and I do apologize for that. You can cut some parts of this
No,
out.
it's
I don't
all
mind.
good, man. It's all good.
Uh, this is interesting because most people would look at me and say, "Well, he's not doing this for money." And you can see that my fitness course, my fitness routine, which is one of the big things that a fitness content creator can sell, is for free.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to keep knowledge free. But I actually did start it for money because like the whole idea was that someone introduced me to the idea of niche sites, a niche blog. Basically, if you Google something that's obscure, like so-and-so model dirt bike, clicking sound on left side, and then someone wrote an article about that. You're like, who writes these articles? That's a niche site. Okay, and then the idea is so like they write these articles, so you click on them, and sorry, there was you click on them, and as a result, they get some ad revenue from that. And then they write a bunch of articles, they get a bunch of ad revenue. And I was like, it'd be cool to have some passive income doing this. I was like, I'm going to do it on a hobby. What should it be? It could be concealed carry, because I live in Arkansas, concealed carry or calisthenics. I'm like, maybe calisthenics. You know, I decided on that. That's when I thought of the name, Hybrid Calisthenics. And it started as a niche blog. And I was like 3 articles in when my mom got sick, and that halted everything in my life so I could take care of her. And eventually, I forget how it came to be, but I watched a lot of videos at the time, and it kind of inspired me. Like, why don't I do videos about this instead? And at that point, it really wasn't the same concept as a blog, but I think the idea was I can make content. I can make content so I could eventually sell an ebook or something. But as soon as I got my first comment from a stranger who wasn't my friend, who found Hybrid Calisthenics, and he said, "Hampton, thank you for saying this. You helped my mindset so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much." You know, as soon as I got that first person, back then I had like 20 people who regularly followed me, 20 people, but I got that first comment, it changed my entire perspective. I was like, oh my gosh. And it's not even that big. It's one comment, but I was like, I feel responsible for them. It's like, this is my child now.
Yeah.
This is my child. The guy was like, he's 60 something. He's like way older, but I'm like, this is my child. I have to take care of them. Okay. And I can't just make content and then sell them nonsense. Do I want to sell them anything at all? Because would I sell something to my children? No, because I felt very protective of this community. So I was like, it started off as a way to make some side money, some side income passively. But as soon as I started doing it and I started getting some success and I felt that community feedback, 180, to the point to where I didn't even sell something for months and months and months. And I was lucky enough to be able to do that. I know not everyone can. I wasn't rich, but I was just able to do that at the time. And then eventually, thankfully, now I can make a living doing it. And that's really where I've been so far.
That's so fascinating that a single comment can impact a person's life so much, right?
Well, I mean, it didn't like blow my mind, but as soon as it's like you can learn to swim on YouTube in your apartment in the middle of downtown, nowhere near water. But when you're put into water, you're like, okay, this is different.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it is. You don't know how you're going to react. It's very easy to say, oh yeah, by the way, none of it was trying to scam people. It was going to be a good product. It's like make content and then sell them something, because they trust you. I'm like, okay, cool. But as soon as it became like, Hampton, my mom was sick too. I was really looking for some exercises. I didn't know that you could scale down push-ups and squats. Is there anything else I can do? I'm like, heck yeah, there is. Let me help you with that. So this is, as soon as you feel it, it's different.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should be kind and give without expecting anything in return. I love it.